Sam's heart raced as he gazed out the plane window. At first, he thought his eyes were playing tricks on him. A figure, sprawled on the wing, lay motionless against the howling wind. He blinked, certain it was an illusion, until the figure moved. Gasps rippled through the cabin as passengers pressed against the windows, their faces etched with fear and disbelief. Sam tightened his seatbelt, trying to steady his nerves. The figure was unlike anything Sam had ever seen. Clad in a strange mask, its features seemed distorted, as if the rushing air molded its face like clay. How could anyone hold on to the wing at this altitude? Sam's mind raced with questions. Yet, there was no time to ponder. The plane shuddered violently, and the captain's voice crackled through the intercom. "Ladies and gentlemen, we're experiencing some turbulence. Please remain seated and fasten your seatbelts." The pilot's tone was calm, but the tightening of Sam's chest told him otherwise. When he glanced down through the window, a wave of dread hit him. Below the aircraft stretched an endless expanse of ocean. Something was terribly wrong. The plane began its descent, the sight of the churning waves growing closer by the second. For a moment, Sam feared the worst, a crash landing. But then, the plane leveled out, skimming just above the water. His stomach churned as he braced for impact, but instead of splashing into the ocean, the aircraft steadied and veered toward a small island. The runway was rudimentary, barely more than a strip of dirt, yet the landing was surprisingly smooth. The mystery deepened as the pilot's voice came back. "Please remain seated while we handle a procedural matter." No further explanation was given, and the passengers, confused and restless, exchanged whispers. Peering out the window, Sam noticed people on the ground, hurriedly moving around. Then, the plane jolted forward, heading toward a large hangar. The engines quieted as the aircraft came to a stop. Curiosity got the better of Sam. As cabin crew struggled to maintain order, he slipped past them and approached the cockpit. Voices leaked through the door, their tones tense. "They'll find him," one pilot said. "But how could this happen? We'll lose our jobs if this gets out," the other responded. They were talking about the man on the wing. Before he could eavesdrop further, a sharp tap on his shoulder startled him. A stern crew member gestured for him to return to his seat. Reluctantly, he obeyed, though his mind buzzed with questions. He didn't have to wonder long. A piercing scream erupted from the back of the plane. Whipping around, Sam saw a passenger pointing out the window, her face pale with terror. The figure had returned, now climbing back onto the wing as officers below shouted orders. Sam watched, transfixed, as the officers aimed their weapons at the figure. The tension inside the cabin was unbearable. Suddenly, shots rang out. The sound echoed through the hangar as passengers ducked and screamed. Sam's heart pounded as the figure slumped. Moments later, officers clambered onto the wing and handcuffed the man. Relief washed over the cabin as the strange ordeal seemed to end. Applause broke out as the man was led away. But Sam's relief was short-lived. Who was this man? Why had he risked everything to be on that plane? After disembarking, Sam approached an airport staff member for answers. The man was a refugee, the employee explained. He tried to hide in the baggage hold to hitch a ride, but somehow ended up on the wing. The revelation left Sam speechless. He couldn't fathom the desperation that would drive someone to such lengths. Boarding another flight was the last thing he wanted, but his commitment in Washington wouldn't wait. Back home, the story refused to leave him. Sam uploaded footage of the incident online, and it went viral overnight. News outlets contacted him for interviews, and he found himself on national television recounting the bizarre event. The refugee's plight became a subject of heated debate, drawing attention to the broader issues of human rights and desperation. Yet, the experience haunted Sam. The thought of flying filled him with dread. It took time, but he forced himself to confront the fear, slowly regaining his confidence with each new flight. The journey was far from easy, but Sam refused to let fear clip his wings. In the end, the incident left him with more than stories to tell. It became a reminder of life's unpredictability and the depths of human resilience, a lesson Sam carried with him as he stepped forward, one flight at a time.